have a car to drive. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So I'm so mad at Africans right now. You all have dust pools? I said nothing. Like that was on my Christmas list. A dust pool. I have so many friends in Africa, not even a single one of you mentioned dust pools.
How much hate can a white person have against a black person? Because the question of racism is something that has been talked about widely here and there, and it is not something that is hidden. I came across this video that is really trending, where this lady called Karen came up against another lady who was delivering some parcel at some neighborhood within their locality. And therefore, a guy who was standing by filmed the whole event and really reacted to it. Kindly watch this video and then let's react to it after the video. Kindly watch.
I got you. She's out here harassing this lady trying to do her job.
They're all ganging up on me.
Ain't nobody ganging up on you. You know what you was doing. You was harassing that woman in between those doors. You can't deliver her package.
And you black people can't. You can't.
That's your thing. That's your thing because we black.
Your class attitude.
Where you going live on video.
I told the
You'll be on YouTube, Karen. You'll be on YouTube, Karen. You will be on YouTube, Karen, for the way that you act. You should have just went on and walked your dog and got out of her way. She could not give you that package.
You should be thankful for
that package do not belong to you. What do you mean by thankful?
Thankful to be in our country.
You right. What's your name? What's your name?
You have a car to drive. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So I'm so sorry. So you're entitled to be in America and I'm not. You right. What's your name? What's your name?
You have a car to drive. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So I'm so sorry. So you're entitled to be in America and I'm not.
No,
you're entitled to be in America and I'm not.
I don't need a bunch of black people ganging up on me.
You're entitled to be in America and I'm not.
I don't need a bunch of black people ganging up on me.
Well, why was you threatening her? Go ahead on. Go ahead on. Well, you need to go back where you're from then. If you can't stay in Arkansas.
That's right, because you guys have taken over like tribes.
That's right. Well, you'll be famous on YouTube.
Bill Clinton, who's a black woman, told me Bill Clinton's black woman decided they were human. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
Well,
you should have known a lot more.
I'm glad you think that way.
Bill Clinton decided to some woman.
I'm glad you decided to think that way.
Well, listen.
We got you, baby.
I don't need a bunch of black people ganging up.
We got you, baby.
Some black girl. I don't care.
We got you, baby.
I'm trying to help someone.
You cannot help her. She explained it to you that she could not get you them folks packages.
I was telling her I couldn't let her in. I was telling her don't sneak in the building behind me while I had the door open.
Okay, just go ahead on in.
Call the police.
Just go ahead. Call them.
You want to put it on YouTube?
Call them.
Call the police.
You're going to be on YouTube. Go call your police.
I don't care.
Go call them.
I don't care.
Go call them.
Call the police.
No, you call them.
Because you're on
You felt threatened. You should have called them yourself.
Your little tribal path.
All right. You remember that.
Problems. You're lucky you're not in a dust bowl in Africa.
You remember that when they put your ass out this building.
They're not.
I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
You don't belong on this property. I will call the police if this continues with anybody else.
Put me off. Put me
I will
off.
call the police if this continues with anybody else.
Put me off.
You have a car to drive. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So I'm so mad at Africans right now. You all have dust pools? I said nothing. Like that was on my Christmas list. A dust pool. I have so many friends in Africa, not even a single one of you mentioned dust pools. Like, why are y'all doing me wrong like that? If you have a dust pool, how come you're not sharing with me? Like, what next? Tree Wi-Fi? Electric elephant transportation? Like, why y'all hiding this stuff from me? I'm your friend. Well, now to the serious part. Like, how hard to imagine that this is someone's mom. This is someone's wife. And you have to live with that. Even worse, this is someone's colleague at work. Like, you have to literally sit next to her for 8 hours. Like, a dangerous individual like that who feels that they are entitled to be in certain place and other people does not. It's just mind-blowing. Makes you wonder, like, have anything changed since the 60s?
Right. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So I'm so sorry. So you're entitled to...
Two things. What the hell is a dust pool? As an African, I want to know what a dust pool is because I have never seen one. What is a dust pool? Y'all don't even have legitimate clapbacks when you're being... Because dust pool, what? Somebody find this Karen and deal with them, please, because how do we enter as Africans? What is a dust pool, madam? Indoni dust pool. Chichinon's a dust pool. What is a dust pool? I need to understand why people cannot mind their business. Mind your business. Mind your six. Don't worry about my imaginary dust bowl you think I come from.
Now, if you listen to what she's saying there, first of all, she does not want to interact with any black person because she's saying that she's tired of black people ganging up against her. She's also saying that black Americans should be lucky that they're living in United States. Another thing that I also took out of that is the question that blacks are taking over United States like tribes. So it is really exposing the fact that maybe whites think African Americans are taking over United States, but is this really the truth? You know, black Americans have really undergone a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to discrimination that are racially aligned and the kind of sufferings that they have gone through even during the time of slavery. You know, Africans were taken over from Africa to United States and other European countries in form of slave. And this really forced them to live in a country that they did not desire to really be there. So first thing first, the lady Karen does not understand that African Americans did not get to United States by choice, but it was by force that white Europeans who are in United States took over Africans from their ancestral lands and relocated them to United States to force them into working in their farms and factories and build important infrastructure in the country and then make United States what it is today. So there is no space for her to kind of claim that African Americans are taking over United States just like tribes. That is not really something that is worth saying. She does not understand that African Americans, first of all, from the onset, did not really invent this question of staying in United States. It is those Europeans who took them over from their homes and then relocated them to United States, and they have been there and naturalized to be people and citizens of United States. One thing you must note is that the generation that we have today are not really to be blamed for their existence, or even if there is a population surge of African American, it should not really be blamed on them, because for them, they have been born in that country. And therefore, just as a white person has a right to be in United States, those black Americans also have that right to be in United States. So Lady Karen cannot really feel superior, and that is just the white privilege that she has continued to enjoy, and she feels any other race does not deserve to be accorded respect as white people. But for me, my take home here is that apart from the issues that this lady was kind of highlighting, those who are reacting to this video have really talked about the question of the dust pool, because they are kind of wondering, what does this dust pool really mean? And where can I really get this dust pool? It shows you the kind of contempt that this lady has for African or for black Americans, because for her, she feels that these people should just be rotting in a certain pool of dust, because for them, Africa is filthy, Africa is dirty, and black is dirty. That really tells you the level of hate she has towards African Americans and even black people. And even if it is not black people, the African continent, because for her, in her mind, Africa is a place where there is a dust pool, where people can be rotting inside. That is really bad. I think most of these white people really need some civic education. They need to understand that humanity is one. There is no need of really segregating yourself and feeling more important than others. Africa as a continent is very, very, very accommodative, even to the whites. And we do not even show any form of racism from our continent towards whites. But we fail to understand this level of outrage and this level of disgust that whites really sometimes feel against African Americans. I don't know what you think about this, but we have the comment section. Comment about this. Was Lady Karen right? You have your chance to speak down in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to our channel, consider subscribing, like this video, and share. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless you. Goodbye.